there are certain reasons behind when person even plan for a murder, and one of the reason we can fit into this theory, maybe one is that lust is one of the, there are four sets of L which suit is for the conspiracy theory about the murder planning. If this person is involved, we can say that. Then one is lust, another is love, third is loathing, and another is loot. If in particular case we will see that the loathing is one of the reason where person may have the anger issues or particular individual, then person can go and plan a murder against the other person. So now this person, if you see the history of this particular actor, I was reading about on the internet in November 2023, they had some issues, the history of abuses with this guy already having a history where he abused our domestic violence case. He was involved in the dogs being set free on certain particular cases. So you have to see the how the particular person's temperament plays an important role. Whether the person has such incidents in the past where person get the violent. So such behavior, if the person have the history of such sort of rage where person go beyond the boundaries and hurt another person, then there are the very higher chances on the psychological level, I am saying it, that maybe the person have some anger issues, maybe intermittent explosive disorder must be there, or maybe there are psychological tendencies or psychotic
Yeah.
symptoms. The person can go up to certain extent out of rage, because most of the time people do certain things out of rage or in the control of like taking the revenge or vengeance. They go to this extent, the person can plan for someone's murder. If it is the particular case, I am finding the loathing theory goes fit in this particular case. And this person may, because the as we all heard that the person commented on who died, he commented Renuka died. He commented on the lover or the wife or the fiancé or the partner of this particular, I would say, actor. So it may be
Yeah.
the possibility the person get into the rage or maybe planned it out something out of the loathing, because having a particular, I would say that grudge towards that person out of vengeance or revenge, the person can go to extent. And it may be the history of certain things, maybe also pointing it out that person can go to that extent. And I think so. I was reading that
Okay.
there are lots of
Okay,
people
you're saying
the
that there
police
could be anger
investigated.
issues, it could be a history. There is, of course, a case of domestic violence that he was dealing with. Brinda, you're, I'm sure, aware of this as well. That, several years ago, almost a decade ago, his wife had filed for divorce. She had claimed domestic violence and harassment at home. He was, at that point in time as well, sent to, prison and judicial custody as well. So there seems to be somewhere a history of anger issues, violence involved with this actor too.
You're absolutely right, Deepak. But that said, we must also understand that there is a very high amount of impunity, because in the first few cases also he has got away. Nowhere has he been convicted of any of the charges that the police might have registered in their charge sheet. That said, I think over here there is also a kind of arrogance because of the fan following, the frenzy, because the fans are all devoted to him. And like you mentioned, he's a high profile figure. He's an actor. And police are also a bit wary about probably bringing the case to a logical conclusion because of all of these connections and influences. But is that okay? That's the question we must ask today. Can someone get so angry because people have posted, they keep continuing to troll, and this happens not only to actors, but politicians and even ordinary citizens and anybody? Why was he not showing an example to his fans that a case must be registered on somebody who's trolling? Why would he not want to live up to that hero real life that is already happening in his films? Why is it that he thought that something like this can have no consequences or no bearing on him, and he is not responsible for any of the repercussions that might happen? His fans are ready to do anything for him. That's what we have seen. Fans idealize and they do anything for the person whom they love and like and idolize. Can this be taken advantage of? So these are the various questions that we must ask when we talk of a society that is looking up to people like him to be role models. And his fans would be anywhere between 14 to 35, 45 years old, very impressionable, very strong, and they have a say. And that is why The question today is the police having the wherewithal? Do they have the support of all the state agencies? When I say state agencies, I also mean the politicians. I also mean people who can tell something to the police about filing in this manner or not having a watertight case. At the end of the day, there is a lesson that will be taught and a message sent to the entire society. Is that going to be one where there is fear of law and there is hope that justice will be served?
Right. Very interesting points that you mentioned there. In fact, we are also tracking some developments that are taking place in court, Brinda, as we speak. The police have sought for 14-day custody to question him. They believe that they have to really corroborate the evidence that they've been able to get hold of in this particular case, and also, of course, take statements of each of these individuals. This is a high-profile case, but there are other people too involved. Pavitra Gowda has been, termed as A1 in this particular case in court. The cops, of course, in the FIR that has been registered, it's all against unknown people, because this was a watchman or a security guard who found the body near a drain, eventually went ahead and told the police, well, this was a man that we found severely injured, found dead near the drain. FIR was registered against unknown people. And now, in front of the magistrate there, as they are being produced and their, custody is being sought, A1 is Pavitra Gowda. This is a person who the Commissioner of Police refers to as the wife of Darshan. Darshan is married to another woman. There is a lot of course, personal issues. We don't want to really delve into that. Many of them say that there is a possibility that because of their relationship that they had and the comments that were passed on the relationship, this crime has taken place. Right now, we've been informed that he's crying in court. This is the latest update that we're also tracking. I'll come back to Advocate Napinai here to, break this down. What do you really make of, instances like this where you have people in open court really shedding tears, Advocate Napinai, and, especially this is an actor. So can anybody take this at face value that, is he getting emotional? Is he guilty, or is he just embarrassed? How do you really read through this?
Yeah, so I just wanted us to step back a little bit before I address your question, Deepak, because a lot has been talked about the cyberbullying aspect. So I wanted to clarify that cyberbullying by itself is an offense in India. The mode and manner in which you commit trolling or bullying can be prosecuted. So let's not get, let's not brush that aspect aside, and the impact, as the doctor rightly mentioned, impact is huge. But as has been shared by the panelists too, it does not give anybody the right to resort to violence or vigilante justice. Now, sadly, if you look at one of the earliest cases of cyberbullying, that was a reversal of sorts, because it was a child who was bullied in a physical domain and he resorted to consequently bullying his classmates on a virtual domain. This is a reversal where you have bullying in the virtual domain, which is converting into the real domain. So the point I wanted to make is, often we come across these kind of stories in movies where you see a lot of, there was this one movie which was focusing on all kinds of cyber crimes, particularly of hacking into multiple devices and tracking the victim, etc., which results in the murder of the bully. So this is almost reminiscent of that case where, you cannot resort to vigilante justice in real life. As the activist
also tell our viewers here, Advocate Napin, I'm sorry to interrupt.